What's going on? How's it going, guys? How's it going? What's going on? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Well, welcome to another abandoned video. Now, here we are in Lake Ronkonkoma. Now, I discovered this one quite a couple of times, actually, when I've driven by it. You know, and I've always told myself I gotta come here one day to do a video. And since today is Sunday, you know, and I figure since it's a beautiful, gorgeous day out here, today is Sunday, May 17th. And since I have nothing to do on this gorgeous, beautiful Sunday evening, I figured why not come out here from a video for you guys. You know what I mean? So every time I drive by here, I always see it. Now, this is a first on my channel. We're doing an abandoned Panera bread. It's sitting right here in front of me. We're doing an abandoned Panera bread right here on Lake Ronkonkoma. This one was located at 136 Portion Road, Lake Ronkonkoma, New York, 11779. I'm not exactly sure when it closed, and I'm not exactly sure why it closed, but based on what I've read, it closed in October of last year. I tried to look up info on this place, and the only thing that I was able to find, that it closed in October of 2025. So it's been closed for quite a few months now. You know, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So for about 7 months. This place has been closed for about 7 months now. So yeah, this is a recent closure. I haven't done a Panera bread on my channel yet. So I've actually done a few deliveries here before in the past with Uber Eats. You know what I mean? I've done a few deliveries over here in the past. You know, and yeah, man, I don't know what happened. I'm not exactly sure why they closed. I mean, it was right here on Portion Road. This one was always packed. This one was always, you know, this one was always buffing. You know, this one was always bussing, man. It was always busy. You know, I don't know what happened. I don't know why they closed. But I'm sitting right here in front of the Panera bread right here in Lake Ronkonkoma on Portion Road. So yeah, man. Well, let's go see if we find the bread bowl. Or maybe we can find a flatbread margarita pizza. Ooh, that would be good. Let's go see if we can find some chicken noodle soup. Yummy. Let's go see if we can find that yummy and delicious green tea. You know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, you guys ready to go? Alrighty, enough with the talking, enough with the yapping, and let's get out of the car and check out this abandoned Panera bread here in Lake Ronkonkoma. You guys ready to go? Alrighty, here we go. All right, what's going on? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Well, here we are. Welcome to the abandoned Panera bread here in Lake Ronkonkoma, New York. 136 Portion Road, Lake Ronkonkoma, New York, 11779. Now, I walked around this place and took some photos. And, you know, there's a bunch of signs and posters on the doors and windows that says this place is closed. But it doesn't have an exact date. Now, from what I saw on Google, This place closed down in October of 2025, but there wasn't a specific date, other than the fact that they closed down in October 2025. So yeah, man. So sorry about all the noise. There's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of traffic here on the busy road, or Portion Road over here. Now, I don't know exactly why this place closed down. I mean, it's located right here on Portion Road. It's a relatively busy road, and it's a, you know, there's a relatively good amount of eateries over here. You know, you got a 7-Eleven right here behind me, and then right here in front of me, you can't see it, but behind the Chase Bank, right here in front of me, there's a Wendy's. You know, and then up the block, you got Starbucks, you got Taco Bell, you know, you got a BK. Why this place closed, I have no idea. And like I said before in the intro, I have done a lot of deliveries here for Uber Eats in the past. And every time I came here, it was decently packed. It was always thriving. There was always people here when I came here to pick up my Uber Eats. Why exactly it closed, I have no idea, man. I don't know what happened. Located right here in a busy road, located right here on Portion Road. I don't know what happened, man. So yeah, bro, so we're just gonna do the video here at this abandoned Panera Bread, and this is the first for me on this channel. This is the first time I'm ever filming an abandoned Panera Bread. Pretty cool. Anyways, you guys ready to check this place out? Alrighty, without further ado, enough with the talking, enough with the yapping, and let's turn the camera on and check out this abandoned Panera Bread here in Lake Ronkonkoma, New York. You guys ready to go? Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty, and there it is, the abandoned Panera Bread. No more bed balls, no more New England clam chowder, no more chicken noodle soup, no more artisan buffalo flatbread pizzas, no more yummy and delicious green tea, no more cookies, no more bear claws, no more croissants, no more soups, no more chips, no more apples, no more yummy tasty desserts and cookies. None of that. Let's check this place out. You could kind of see the label scar up there. You could see all the holes where the signs were, or the sign was. Nice label scar. You can see it better on the other side because it's actually on the building. So you can see it better on the other side. Sounds like there's an alarm going off. Let's see. Oh yeah, the alarm right there. Yep. What does that say? System trouble. Oh, that's never good. Well, this is the entrance over here. They have the shades down over there, but there's another window on the other side that they have the shades up. You can kind of see. Is it open? Nope, not meant to be. Just like Wally always says in this video, not meant to be. But this is just the entrance over here. But you can see really good over here. See? Looks like they took everything out already. They started demoing this place and then they stopped. Now you see it says it right here, look. Sorry, we're closed. Missing your faves? Visit one of our nearby cafes in Hop Park, Lake Grove, Islandia, or Selden. The one in Islandia is recent. They just opened that one recently, a few months ago. Next door to Chipotle. And then they got an even bigger sign over here. And they got 4 locations. 5 instead of 4. You got Hop Park, Lake Grove, Islandia, Selden, and Bohemia. There it goes. Yep. No more Panera Bread. They got rid of everything. Like I said, I don't know why this place closed. It was always thriving every time I came here. It's on a busy street here too. It's on Portion Road. There's a good distinctive amount of eateries over here too. Like I said, like I showed you, there's a 7-Eleven next door. There's a Wendy's over here next door too. Up the road, you got Burger King, you got Taco Bell, Starbucks. There's a whole load of different eateries that there is to eat over here. So I don't see why this one closed. If any of you know why this location closed, feel free to leave a comment below. Looks like they took down all the panels. Wow. They really started taking this place apart, huh? Damn, man. They took out all the chairs and tables, too. Yep. One more window to look through. Hey, anybody need a dustpan? I'll lend it to you. Just make sure you put it back where you found it. I love the little jokes that I get from Wally B's YouTube channel. Can you see through here? Oh yeah, you can see through here. Yep. I wasn't sure if we'd be able to see through these, because on the other windows, they're blacked out. And as you can see, the window to the left over there, that one has a shade down. You can't really see through there. No more Panera bread. Somebody likes country music. Right over here. Yeah, those windows over there, and there goes Maverick. Those windows over there are blacked out. I checked all of these. I checked all 9 of these windows, and they're all blacked out. But there is one window on the other side that you can see through. But unfortunately, you can't really see much. Oh, look at that beautiful sunset. Nice. It's a beautiful evening here today in Ronkonkoma. Absolutely beautiful. There's another window that you can see through over here. I don't really think you'll be able to see through these because they have the shades down, you see? Can you? Probably not, right? No, yeah, no, not at all. All of these have the shades down. So we'll just go over here. You can't really see much, it's just a bench. The only thing you see over here through this window here is a bench. A bench and a light. See, there it goes right here, you see the bench. That's the only thing you can see through here. There's a bench and that table lamp right there. Gone for good. No more Panera bread. And one more. Yep. Nothing. No more Panera bread. Let me see if you can see through these windows over here. Let me check this out over here. Oh yeah, look. Oh yeah, you can see through here. For sure. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh wow. I guess that's where the kitchen was. And there's some more chairs and tables over here. I would assume that's where the kitchen was. I would assume so. Wow, let me check that one over there at the end. Any luck? Yes, sir. Here we go. And I would assume that these were the bathrooms over here. Yep, I see the sign on the wall there. If I'm correct, is that a bathroom sign? Yeah, that's the bathroom. Yep, this is where the bathrooms were. Right here, yep. This is where the bathrooms were. Yeah. No more Panera bread. Alright. Oh. There's a staircase over here in the back. I wonder where that leads to. There's no motion sensors on, is there? Let's see. I don't see no motion sensors. There is a key box, so that would make me assume that it's not open. Exit only, right? Nope, not meant to be. Nope. Yeah, when I saw the key box, I said, yeah, that's not open. That's not open. As soon as I saw the key box, I said, nope, that ain't open. Ooh, here's a push door. No. Nope. Hey, look, there's a doorbell. Does it work? Let's see. Nope. So that would tell me that they have the electricity off. All right. There goes Maverick. There goes the sprinkler room. Is that even open? The sprinkler room or the fire alarm control room? It probably is. Nope. Sounds like somebody just landed in MacArthur. MacArthur Airport is that way. I don't know if you guys can hear that. You guys hear that? Sounded like either somebody just landed or somebody just took off. I'll have to check flight radar 24. It sounded like somebody just took off. All these windows here are blacked out. So I looked when I came here. But it sounded like somebody just took off out of MacArthur. Either took off or landed. I gotta check. What time is it? Let me just slide my finger down here. Let me see the time. 7:55. So I'll have to check. And here goes another, well, not necessarily a label scar, but right here is where they had another sign. They had another sign right here. You can see the wiring right there. They used to light up the sign. Then obviously they had another sign over here. And I believe they had another one on the other side. I didn't show you guys that yet. If there is one, let me check. Well, here's the main side, obviously. We saw that. You can see the label scar right there. See? Oh yeah, you could definitely see the label scar. Oh yeah, for sure. Let me check the other side of the building. We'll see if there's a label scar. It's a gorgeous sunset. I'll check flight radar once I'm done recording. Yeah, right here. Yep. See? There's another label scar. Right here. There's another label scar. You can clearly see it right here. This one has you right here, over here. You got a really good view of this label scar. Right here. Check that out. Wow. That's good. And obviously right there is where they had the awnings. Yeah. Alright guys. Well, that does it for this video. Let me back up here. I'm walking backwards. It takes a special kind of talent to walk backwards without busting your ass. Alright guys. Well, that does it for this video here at the abandoned Panera Bread here in Lake Ronkonkoma. Happy I got to check this place out, man. I've always been wanting to do a video here, but I was always busy and never got my time around to come around here to do it. So now, we finally have some time to spend with each other, and now we're here doing a video here at the abandoned Panera Bread here in Lake Ronkonkoma. Alright? Alrighty guys, so I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to try to see where I can station my phone and do the walk around, and then I'll see you guys at the cover of the outro, alright? Alrighty. See you guys at the field. All right, what's going on? Yo, how's it going, guys? How's it going? So what'd you think about that place, huh? What'd you think? Huh? Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Well, I figured since it's a beautiful Sunday evening and I had nothing to do at home, I figured I'd come ahead and film a video for you guys. And like I said before, every time I go to my brother's house, or if I'm in the area, because my brother, he lives like maybe 10 minutes up the road from here. He's not that far from here. He's in the surrounding area. So he's up in Farmingville, but he's not that far from here. He's like me from here. He's maybe about a good another 10 minutes up the road from here. So, or if I'm in the surrounding area, because when I do Uber Eats, sometimes I'm in the surrounding area over here. I'm in the vicinity, and I see this abandoned Panera bread over here, and I always think to myself, I'm going to do a video here. I got to do a video here. I'm eventually going to come here. I got to do a video here. I've got to come over here and do a video. And boom, here we are today filming this abandoned Panera bread here in Lake Ronkonkoma. What do you think, huh? Pretty cool, man. First time I'm ever doing an abandoned Panera bread here on my channel. Pretty cool. So yeah. Anyways, so after I got off the phone, well, not after I got off the phone, but after I stopped filming, I went to Flight Radar and I checked. Now I was correct. There was a plane that was indeed taking off. It was Breeze Airways Flight 482. The tail number was N224BZ. He was going down to Norfolk, Virginia. So yeah, he was indeed taking off. I was correct. The way it sounded when it kept getting louder, I had a feeling that there was somebody leaving. And that was on an Airbus A220-300. So that's Breeze Airways Flight 482 heading down to Norfolk, Virginia at Ronkonkoma Airport. Tail number registration N224BZ. Pretty cool. So yeah, guys, this abandoned Panera bread. So like I said before, man, I have no idea why it closed. I don't know what happened. I mean, like I said before, it's on a relatively busy street. It's on Portion Road. There's a good boatload of eateries to eat over here. A relatively good amount of eateries to eat over here. Right next door, you have a Wendy's. Behind the Chase Bank, there's a Wendy's. Right behind me, there's a 7-Eleven. Up the road, you've got Starbucks. You've got Taco Bell. You've got a Burger King. You even got a Mickey D's. There's also a McDonald's right up the road from here. There's a good amount of decent eateries to eat up over here on the road. And the video up the street from here, where I did that abandoned Boston Market, to my understanding, they're turning that Boston Market into a Popeyes, from what I heard. They're turning it into a Popeyes. And I drove by there yesterday, as a matter of fact, because, what was I doing last night? Right, last night, me and my wife and my adopted brother, we went to my brother's house because he lives directly behind the Bald Hill Theater, the Catholic Health Amphitheater, or whatever it is, Catholic Health Services Amphitheater in Bald Hill. He lives right behind there. And right now the Bald Hill Carnival's going on, the Bald Hill Fair. So we went to my brother's block last night, and apparently if you go all the way up the hill of his block, you could actually see the fireworks from the carnival. And during July 4th, you can see the fireworks when they do the Bald Hill July 4th fireworks show. So we went last night, and when I passed by the Boston Market, when I saw the exterior of how it's being constructed, it looks like it's a Popeyes that's going in there. So yeah, man, so that abandoned Boston Market that I filmed right up the road from here, not too long ago, maybe about a year or two ago, is being turned into a Popeyes. At least from what it looks like, and at least from what I've heard from the locals and from what I've seen online. So yeah, so eventually and hopefully something is going to take over this Panera bread, because it's a decent size. It's a decent sized building. So it looks like they were starting to demo the place. They took some panels down and they left it there. They just left the place alone. They took out all the tables, they took out all the chairs, took down some panels, left it there, took down all the menu boards and everything, and it's gone. Nothing there. Nothing but a shell of its former self. So what exactly is going to turn into next? I have no idea. Only time will tell. I'm sure something will eventually move in here. I know for a fact there's also in that same shopping center where I filmed the abandoned Boston Market, that abandoned Chase Bank that I filmed, that's in the same shopping center. That abandoned Chase Bank that I filmed is actually now a Starbucks, which is why I mentioned up the road you've got a Starbucks, there's a Taco Bell, there's a Burger King, there's a McDonald's, and now they're building a brand new Popeyes where the abandoned Boston Market used to be. So that abandoned Chase that I once filmed too in that same shopping center is now a Starbucks. So now, with the good amount of boatload of eateries that there is to eat around here, with everything bustling, with everything hustling and bustling, I'm not exactly sure why this Panera bread closed. You know, when I used to come here for Uber Eats, you know, I've never eaten at this particular location, but when I used to come over here to pick up for Uber Eats, it was always relatively busy. You know, there was a decent amount of people here every time I came here to pick up for Uber Eats. I'm not exactly sure why it closed. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Oh, I guess it is what it is. Another one bites the dust. It happens, but it is what it is. I don't know exactly when they close. All I know is that they closed in October of 2017. Excuse me, damn. I just went back 9 years. They closed in October of 2025. So they've been closed for 7 months. Damn, I went back 9 years. Damn. Yeah, no. But all jokes aside, though, this place closed down 7 months ago in October 2025. I don't know the exact date that it closed down. I just know that it closed down in October 2025, according to Google. So yeah, man, 7 months of being closed is a recent closure. Yeah, man. Well, I guess it is what it is, man. It happens. But no more Panera bread, I guess. Well, hopefully somebody will move in here soon enough. I guess we just have to wait and see. All right, well, you know, I'm going to get out of here. We're losing daylight. You know, I'm going to go home. And I don't live that far from here, so I'm going to head on home. I'm going to get out of here. And, you know, until the wind blows us to our next destination, I shall see you guys there. And just like Wally says it to each and every one of his videos, you guys stay awesome. And just like I always say it to each and every one of my videos, you guys stay cool, stay happy, keep smiling, and just enjoy your life. What's going on? Hell yeah! What's going on, yo? Chilling on a Sunday evening with your boy Migs. Hell yeah! What's going on, yo? Let's go, baby! Hell yeah! Woo! Yeah! Oh yeah, and before I close out the video, I appreciate your guys' kind comments towards my father. You know, as you guys know, on Saturday, May 9th, last weekend, my father was in the hospital because he was having problems with his gallbladder. And, you know, his intestines were a little inflamed. So, on June 2nd, my father has a consultation for a colonoscopy because, you know, if they decide to go forward with the surgery of his gallbladder, you know, they have to check the intestines first with a colonoscopy because his intestines are a little inflamed. So they have to check that out before they move forward with anything. But I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the kind comments of my father, the prayers and everything, and all the positive thoughts. I appreciate that a lot. It really means a lot to me from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. You have no idea how much that means to me and my family, especially my father, because that's my right-hand man. You know, I don't go anywhere without my father. He doesn't go anywhere without me. That's my right-hand man. We have an unbreakable bond. Even if you strapped a pack of dynamites to me and my father, it still wouldn't be enough. Even if you detonated a pack of dynamites that were tied to me and my father, that still wouldn't be enough to break us apart. The only thing that will be able to break us apart is later on in life when it's time for my father to go to heaven. But I appreciate the kind words and the kind comments. That really means a lot. Even if it's a little bit, a little goes a long way. So thank you guys from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. I appreciate the kind comments. I appreciate the prayers and the positive thoughts. All right. I told my father, I showed him all the comments that you guys left, and my father says thank you. From the bottom of his heart, my father says thank you. All right. We all said thank you. From my family to all of yours and everybody involved in this channel, you know, in this establishment that I created, to everybody involved, from my family to yours and to everybody involved in this community, we all say thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. And may God bless all of you. May God keep you in the name of the Father who loves us, the Son, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit who guides us every day. You guys know that I'm a Christian and I go to church every Sunday. So you guys have a blessed Sunday. Stay blessed. Stay cool. And most of all, be good. All right? Hold your parents close. Love them. Hug them. Kiss them. Because you never know what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow's never promised. And that's exactly what I'm doing with my dad right now. I'm holding him close. I'm holding him tight. Never letting go because I love that man more than any other human being in this world. My father means the absolute world to me. And I appreciate the kind comments that you guys left about my father last weekend. I appreciate it very, very much. And so does my family, and so does my wife. Okay? All right, guys. Take care, and until the wind blows us to our next destination, I shall see you guys there. All right? All righty, guys. Take care.